Well, what is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to A Therapeutic Edge. Hey guys, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, would you please? I would love to have you here on a regular basis. So, what are we looking at today? This is a Maxed Chuck and Love Them Knives collaboration from Twosun. This is the Vandal. I got this directly from Lee over at Love Them Knives. I am very happy about it. It does have one thing that I don't love, but the knife itself is enormous. It is 14C28N. It is titanium with carbon fiber. It is a button lock that works exceptionally well. It's got a full length, full tie backspacer and a milled tie clip with a ceramic ball on it. It is ceramic bearings, as Twosun tends to do. Look at the milling on the scales. It's just great. It really is very good. So what's the one thing about it? Okay, so this is the deployment fuller, if you will. It is very shallow and it is very soft, meaning there's no sharp edges, which means that sometimes I can do that and sometimes I can't. If I change position, I can do it. I know some of these have stronger detent than others. I know some people have no problems with it at all. Mine is a little finicky. The detent is pretty stiff. Now, it is a button lock, which means you can hold the button and flick it. I mean, it's fantastic in that regard. And because it does have the deployment fuller in it, yeah, see, I almost missed it there. This doesn't qualify as a gravity knife, so I have no problem carrying it here in California. But I would have very much enjoyed it if this was just a little sharper. Right? But the action's very good. It is a big, beefy knife. I was not expecting that when it arrived. I really wasn't. I know that Lee over at Love Them Knives is a big hand. I knew he was going to make a relatively large knife, but this thing is a monster, and that's okay. It's the TS329, I think. We're going to go with 329, but it's the Twosun Vandal. If it's not the 329, I'll put the correct TS number in the description. I don't know. I've had so many Twosuns, I can't keep up with their number system anymore. Carbon fiber is well done and is milled, and it better be because it's a thick boy. It's an interesting design and a pleasure to carry and use. It really is. Let's take a look at what you get. Now, these, when they first dropped on eBay, somebody paid more than $600 for one of these. And to that person, all I can say is, good on you. They're going for about $150 now, and that is completely reasonable for this much knife. It really is. If you are interested in one of these, check out eBay right now, because there's a couple of them, at least there were for this week. And I think the one from last week sold for about $149. So if you passed on one of these because the original price was just ridiculous, that's the problem with eBay. It can get like that. They're going for a much more reasonable price for 14C now. I do want to point out that the blade is without markings except for the Twosun logo, which is fine with me. Sometimes they put the blade steel on the blade, but not this time. The only other marking on the knife beyond that is the word Vandal right there on the backspacer. And again, look at this full length, full tie backspacer. It's amazing. Pivot is T8, body screw is T8. It has a rear sunk. So in other words, the screw that holds in the clip is coming up from the back. You can see it just a little bit through here. You won't be able to because my lighting sucks, but I can. Very simple yet elegant design. And again, Twosun has really nailed the button lock. We had a TS329 out here that Women Carry Knives was giving away for her big 50th birthday giveaway. And I realized in that moment that unlike a lot of companies that struggle with the button lock, Twosun nailed it. They absolutely did. This is a really fun knife. It's got a little jimping right here, right where you'd want it. Beyond that, it is very smooth. The only sharp edge is right where you want it to be on the knife and on the blade. And again, Twosun, some of the best 14C in the business. I have no problem saying that. Let's take a look at what you get for your, these days, about 150 bucks. You get 1, 2, 3, just about 3 3/4 of cutting on 4 inches of 14C 28N. The grip area on this monster is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 1/4 to this line. Closed profile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just about a 1/2 inches long. Overall knife, and I said it's a big one, and it is 9 1/4 inches long. Ah, that's easy to say, but let's show you what that means. Here it is against our old friend, the PM2. It just dwarfs the PM2. I mean, this is a big knife. What do I have on the table? It's also big. Well, actually, nothing. This is the biggest knife I have out right now, which for me is weird, but that's the way it's going to be. What can we put this with? Well, we're going to do it against the bug out because we always do, but that's a little silly. Here it is against the bug out. Well, I do have the Presidio 2 from Benchmade. Very few knives dwarf this knife, yet here we are. Look at that. Look at it. Would you look at it? I can't get bees out of my head now. Thanks.
Then I always have to do the head bobble.
The head bobble. The bees head bobble. Wobble, wobble, wobble. Bees, we love you, man. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing good stuff. Yeah, okay, so for it to dwarf the full-size Presidio 2 here is saying something. The Vandal is a big knife. It is thick, too. I use the magic calipers. Ooh, no we won't. The battery in the calipers has died.
Oh, no.
Maybe there's enough to get a little bit of a reading here. Let's see. Ooh, I'm not going to be able to show it to the audience. All right. Nope, she's dead. Sorry, gang. Calipers are no longer with us. So we're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way, which means I'm going to line it up.
No.
Right? It is a... I'm going to say it's 0.6 of an inch wide. It is wider than a 1/2 inch this way. The closed profile on this thing is actually really lean because there's no flipper, but we're still coming in at a full 1.5 inches. I wish I could measure the blade stock for you, but I'm telling you, it's 4 millimeters or more. It's thick blade stock. Yeah, this is 3 and a little bit. So this is coming up on 4 millimeters of 14C. I mentioned the action's very good. It is, again, I can sometimes, yeah, see? There. Sometimes I can spidey flick it, and sometimes I can't. The truth of the matter is, look at that drop. Right? You don't need to. It just flicks open beautifully, but I like to be able to spidey flick it. It's my only complaint. Other than that, this is a spectacular knife. The inlay is done very well. Let's weigh it. I bet it weighs a ton. That's a 9 1/4 inch knife. And the final scale says 6.2 ounces for 4 inches of 14C on a 9 1/4 inch knife. You get no complaints from me. It's just a big boy. And again, these are available for a much more reasonable $140 to $150 right now on eBay. So if you wanted one, now's the time. And that's where we're going to go ahead and close this out. I know it's kind of a short video, but that's just the way it's going to be. Lee, you've designed a great knife. Max, you've designed a great knife. Twosun, as always, has built an excellent knife. I'm very glad to have one in the collection, and I'm very glad you joined me for this look at it today. Thank you so much for your time. We'll see you next time. Take care.